Hello friends, today our topic is history of Bandra. We will go to the different places that are situated in the Bandra, especially Bandra West area, which is a very historical place. We can find a lot of historical places in and around Bandra which are quietly, rarely explored by the people who live in and around here. Bandra, also known as Vandre in Marathi, is a suburb located on the island of Mumbai in the western coast of the Indian state of Maharashtra in India. Bandra is also known as the seat of Bollywood in Mumbai. Earliest in the history, Bandra was an inhabited island, which was a forest area mostly inhabited by the monkeys. Name also originates from the Persian word for port, which is also in fact known as Bandar, which is called a port city. The Britishers call them Bandora, while the Portuguese also gave the same name as Bandora. The earliest record shows that the place where Bandra is located today was under the Silhara dynasty in the 12th century AD. The earliest record of people living on this island were the fishermen, also known as Kaale. In 1534, Portuguese pirate Diego de Silveira happened to come across this island when he was sailing in and around this area. And he entered this island through what we call today as Mahim Bay. So through the Mithi River area, he entered through that route to this island. When he came across this island, he saw that there were many of these Kolis fishermen who used to stay in and around this area. So these pirates happened to burn everything, all the properties of the Kolis, and even killed these Kolis on a very large scale, covered the possession of this island. Thus Bandra came under the Portuguese rule. Officially, Bandra came under the Portuguese rule during the signing of the Treaty of St. Matthews, which was signed between the Sultanate of Cambay and the Portuguese authorities. Also, the Portuguese pirate Diego de Silveira was also a part of this treaty. The treaty was signed in 1534. In 1548, Portuguese gave Bandra along with a few other adjoining islands to its loyal soldier Antonio Pessoa as a reward for his military services. The official date where the Portuguese gave these islands as a reward to Antonio is 2nd February 1515. Father Manuel Gomes, a Portuguese priest, built the earliest known today what we know as St. Andrew's Church here in Bandra. As time passed, Portuguese expanded their rule in and around Bandra and went on also to build many more churches in Bandra, such as Mount Carmel, St. Peter's, St. Teresa's, and St. Francis of Assisi, and many more. In 1661, Portuguese Princess Catherine married King Charles of Britain. As a result, Portuguese gave the island of Mumbai as a dowry to the British Empire. However, the location where Bandra was situated didn't come under the dowry. In 1775, Bandra went from the Marathas to the British through the Treaty of Surat. Now you will think that if Bandra was with the Portuguese, how did Marathas give Bandra to the British through the Treaty of Surat? The answer is that between 1661 to 1775, in between, Maratha captured Bandra under their control from the Portuguese. That's how when British fought with the Marathas and through the Treaty of Surat acquired Bandra from the Marathas into the British Empire. However, Again in 1779, the Bandra area went from the Britishers to the Marathas through the Treaty of Salbai, which was concluded after the end of the first Anglo-Maratha War, which the Marathas won. In 1802, the British again fought a war with the Marathas, also famously known as the Second Anglo-Maratha War, in which the British defeated the Marathas. As a result, Bandra came again under the British rule. Bandra continued to remain since then with the British for almost 150 years till 14th August 1947, when the British handed over the control of Indian Empire to the government of India, interim government which was formed during that time under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru. Today, Bandra continues to be an integral part of India, located in the Indian state of Maharashtra, with so much rich history that Bandra cherishes. Even today, there are many rich historical sites in Bandra, even today, which very few of the people know about. Through this video, let us explore those historical sites. So, our first stop of the historical place is right near the Bandra station on the west side, few meters away from the station, that is Bandra Talav, also recently renamed as Swami Vivekananda Talav or Swami Vivekananda Sarovar. Let's find out what history is behind this lake. Hello friends, the place where I'm standing is not a normal place. It is a very historical place here in Bandra, in between of the busy hustle and bustle is a lake situated in the middle of Bandra. This lake is called Bandra Talav, or also called as Mota Sarovar. Constructed 200 years ago by a rich Konkani Muslim from Naupada. It spreads across 7.5 acres. Earlier during the British times, the fences which you can see right now wasn't there. The boundary wall which you can see over the other side wasn't there. In recent years, these boundary walls have come up. So there was no wall or fences during those days at this place. So there was no fences or walls or boundaries during the British times in and around this lake. Travelers who used to pass through this lake used to stop here and for drinking water from this lake. Even the horses and other animals used by the travelers used to stop by this lake and drink water from this lake. After the British rule ended in 1947, the lake was acquired by the Bombay municipality. Later, it was officially named as Swami Vivekananda Sarovar. In between, pedal boating facilities and fish farming activities were operational in this lake, but stopped since in between 1990. A lot of garbage used to be thrown by the people who lived in and around this lake. As a result, a lot of pollution was caused and a lot of challenges had to be faced by this lake. However, in recent times, this issue was solved. Even today, there is, to some extent, the issue is still relevant. However, it has improved over the years. Today, this lake is declared as a heritage 2 category heritage site. So here it is written that fishing is prohibited and strict action will be taken as per law.